we are here. So let's talk about the things that we found awkward here. Like in your early days when you got here.
So for me, one of the really awkward things was hearing my colleagues at work talking about their kids leaving home. And then I'll be like, okay, so how old? 16, 18? And I'm like, really?
16,
Why are they
18,
leaving? Why are they leaving?
18.
And then they're like, yeah, that's it. You're free to leave home. I mean, back at home, you stay at home until you get married.
You're married.
You're getting married.
You're married. You're going nowhere.
Yeah. Who's going to cook when you leave? Who's going to wash the dishes when you leave? You down there.
Now that you mentioned that, I remember the first job I got, I actually went for that job because I was practically the one taking care of the house, doing the chores, cooking for everybody because I was at home. I didn't have a job, so you were like living help. So the first one I got, just like, you know what, I'm going.
Peace.
Okay. For me, the most awkward thing is like the way I say things. So I grew up both like hearing the way Nigerians say things and the way South Africans say things. So there's people in South Africa that are mixed races. We call them colored.
Okay.
If I called somebody colored here, my sister, I did it once, like family discussion, my sister looked at me like I had said one of the greatest sins. I was like, and she was like saying, you can't say that, and she tried to explain it to me, and I'm like, huh? Like it took me a minute. I have to actually watch what I say, everything. The traffic lights, I call them robots. So like, and I'm like, oh, the robot's turning green, and they'll look at me, the what is turning what?
But that one is very weird.
It is weird.
It's so strange.
Just to jump on that, back at home too, when you see someone who maybe there's something wrong with their legs, you say they're disabled.
Yeah.
So when I started here, my husband was like, no,
you don't say that.
There are people with disability, not that disabled. So that was another one for me.
Oh, for me, the Nigerian one that gets me is that when a girl gets older, she generally will get a little bit like curvier or whatever.
Yeah.
So we'll say like, oh no, you're getting rounder or whatever. And it's a compliment. You say that here. I dare you to say that here.
You don't say that in Nigeria.
No. Well,
it
depends on it depends on how you say it. So when someone says you're getting fuller, they mean like you're particularly for a teenager. If someone says like you're getting fuller, they're trying to say like you're looking, the hourglass shapey kind of thing. So it's usually seen as a compliment. But I get where you're coming from. It to look like you're saying the person is fat. You're body shaming.
And then there is how children can speak to their parents here.
Oh my God! Tell me about that one.
I look at it and I'm just like, part of me, like I flinch. I'm like, oh, because I'm waiting for something to come flying. Like, what's happening? Like, you said what to who?
The Nigerian in me will not allow me to do that.
Oh, really? But let me give you an example of the situation you're talking about. So we have a family friend who told us a story of how this communication issue with his son. Yeah. So I don't know what happened, but his son told him, Daddy, you're mad.
Wait, what? What? Is that child okay?
I mean it.
Yeah. Okay.
But you and I know that what the child means is that you're angry. Yeah. You're upset.
Yeah. Oh,
guys.
You don't say that.
Because when you say you're mad in Nigeria, it means you're crazy. Like you're mentally, you are crazy. And the dad went off on him. And the kid kept his words. Oh, Daddy, you're still mad. And he was like, oh my God. Would you stop saying that? It took the elder sister to tell him, like the senior kid, to like know what he meant is like you're upset with him. And he was just about to say, I'm sorry. So out of the shame, he called Victor and said, you can't imagine how embarrassed I am right now. Like, my kid actually told me, I'm mad. I'm like, his man got the joke immediately, and we all laughed about it. So that difference in communication, when you hear a child say, just shut up, I'm like, what?
Okay.
You get beaten for things like that. No. Okay, let's get your point.
So, for me, it was, seeing women as truck drivers and welders.
Whoa.
Back home in Nigeria, women are supposed to do a certain type of job. But seeing women, being truck drivers, being welders, it made me really proud. And
I was very happy,
I was so happy. happy to see women crushing this profession, you know, here.
Yeah.
And, you know, one other thing for me was, you know, getting into a bus. So this happened while I was in school. So I got into a bus, I was going to the church or something, and then this elderly lady walked in, and I stood up and I said, do you want to take my seat? And she said, oh, no, that's fine. You know, go ahead and sit down.
Oh,
you know, and I said, oh, okay.
In Africa, you have to stand up.
In Nigeria, when you see an elderly person, you need to stand up.
Even if it's inconvenient for you,
you have to stand up.
Yes.
You know? So what that taught me was that the elderly ones here are independent.
Yes.
You know?
I totally agree. You're very
We're like, are you sure you don't want to sit down, ma'am? Are you sure you don't want to sit down? I'm young, I can stand. You know?
I think it actually ties in as well with the kids leaving early, though. They have a greater sense of, as soon as I reach this age or I reach this point, I'm independent. I can take care of myself.
Take care of myself. I don't have to depend on my kids to actually do anything.
And I think that just keeps going. It just stays that way.
Okay, let me ask a very weird one.
Okay.
This one is driving home to me personally, because it took me a long while to stop it. Do you still do the conversion to Naira?
Oh, I do not.
No, like, you know, like when you want to buy something here, you'll do the maths. I'm very good with figures,
do it,
so it
people.
doesn't take me time.
Do not do it.
Like, you do the conversion, you want to buy, let's say, something like a jar of milk, and you're like, $3. Okay, $3 times blah, blah, blah. And you're like, what? This is so expensive. I'm not drinking milk for today. I was like that when I got here. Because I'm like, God, no, this is pretty pricey. So did he entertain you?
No, I did not do that. I mean, I no longer earn in Naira, so why do I have to convert? Why do I have to convert everything I'm buying? You see?
I so agree, but I did it.
Okay, I converted to things like peppers. Like I remember the first time I stepped into Superstore, and you know those bell peppers that you have 4 in a pack, and it's $3.99. Like I could buy a whole basket of it.
Oh, I know. I convert to Rand because that's the money I grew up around.
Yeah.
So it's just basically times 10, which is it's easy. So we used to do that all the time. Me and my siblings, all of us used to do it. And then I got into university, saw my tuition. That's when I stopped. I was like, no, it's okay.
If you see those things and then you do the maths, you could lose your mind.
Yeah,
like your tuition fee, you convert it back to your local currency, you will lose your mind. Like, what?
It's making her spend, not to take care of yourself.
Yeah,
basically.
So don't do it.
Yeah.
You know, you spend what you earn.
Yep.
There's no point converting.
Yeah. No.
I did it. But how easy was it for you guys to integrate into the system?
Oh, Canada,
Like-
thank you so much. You know, it was so easy for me to integrate into Canada. Everyone is welcoming. Nobody's putting you down. You know, your ideas, whatever your ideas. I mean, sometimes I'm like, do I want to say this? Are they going to welcome
it
me
somehow.
Yeah. Exactly. So, but I loved diversity in Canada. So it was easy for me. It was easy for me to integrate. It was easy for me to you know, make friends. As a Nigerian person, whenever I see a black person, I'm gonna be like, how far? So if I don't hear idea, I'll know, okay, this person is not Nigerian, but they're
She says how far to everybody.
I say how far to everybody. Yeah, how far?
I think the personality plays. The personality comes into.
So for
How
me,
was it for you?
it was easy too because I had friends who were already here. I had former colleagues from my office.
Oh,
like we have.
easy.
So it's an ongoing joke. We have like people from a whole department in my office shut down. Everybody's here right now.
Oh,
Was that your company? Because I heard that on social media.
Oh my God.
It was here. Every once in a
Canada.
while, we just joke and we're like, we could literally start the company over here because we have representation from all the departments.
Really?
So
You must have felt at home.
I had friends here. It was, you know, they told me what to get in Costco, what to get in Superstore and everything.
Oh my
Put me
goodness.
on all the groups, Marketplace, Garage Sales and everything. So it was easy. Another thing that helped me was church. I mean, I met Amarachi in church. So church is another one.
Yes,
it's
I
very
agree.
good. I mean, you meet people there. You know.
And they help you also in church. They kind of tell you where to go for things and all that. So
Honestly, for us, I think it was like for my family, it was seamless. Canada, South Africa. I'm pretty sure my father told me that South Africa basically took Canada's system and just made it their own.
Oh,
so
okay.
it was very seamless. Everything they did there, we were already used to it, so it was very easy. Me, I had a difficulty making friends though. So
So is that a personality thing or?
that's me being really, really shy. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm very shy.
Okay, now Tawa, I think we have to actually bring a solution to Tawa's problem. So what ways can Nigerians or African immigrants in general, what ways can we actually socialize to make us feel more at home?
Party. Party. You know my idea of a party. My idea of a party.
But another thing though, okay, when you talk about partying, even parties here is not like the way we party in Nigeria.
Here, the way we party in Nigeria.
It's too structured and everything.
We can't block the road. No Owambe.
You can't block the road for party.
Yes. Tawa, let me bust your bubble.
I've never been to a Lagos
If I am throwing a party here, the way driving to the studio will be closed.
Yeah.
Yes, there'll be canopies everywhere.
Music
everywhere.
Throwing this party.
Well,
there'll be noise.
there'll be noise.
Yeah.
So the neighborhood
We'll
has
play
to
very
know that
loud
there's
music.
a party going on.
Yeah.
And
You
everyone
can't
is
do that
invited.
here.
And everyone's invited.
Yes, and everyone is invited.
Everyone
yeah,
is invited,
it's not a party of strictly by
just a few,
invitation.
yeah.
When you're doing a party. I remember students we usually
souvenirs.
sneak into parties to go and eat free food.
Souvenirs in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So I got
souvenirs,
here.
yeah.
My daughter turned 10 when we came, and I'd promised her, because I don't do parties back home because I'm too busy. But I promised her we were going to celebrate her 10th birthday. And then, so I came, and you know the way we do party pack in Nigeria, you put a lot. And so when I started, shopping around looking for all those fancy bags that we use, I couldn't get. The ones I got were those really small ones in Dollarama.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's gonna fit in here? And I said, no, you don't have to put anything.
Souvenirs
just
in Nigeria are usually big
like,
bags.
oh, yeah.
Like big
When
bags. You have like literally everything inside the bag as a souvenir.
You could get food.
Everything.
I'll give it to us. We do know how to have fun.
We have to have fun.
It's tough living there as well, so it's a way to relieve
So now
the
that you
stress.
mentioned that, what are the things that you miss about your home country? Because you guys sound like you're already homesick now.
Street food. I miss street food.
Street food?
Yeah, like you can just walk out of your house and get roasted plantain, suya. I miss that. I miss that.
I miss my family.
Okay, fair enough.
I miss home.
For me, like the greatest thing for me still to this day is the weather.
The weather.
Honestly, for me, I used to have 24/7.
Don't worry.
This is so, it's not because I can't feel my toes half the year.
Just
Do you
look
know
forward
what
to
that
the
feels
summer.
like?
Look forward to the summer. Just count the days until summer.
And then also, I have to admit, like I said, South Africa is beautiful. We went back home like last year or the year before that. The years are starting to blend together. And we were just driving. We're just driving to and fro. And it's the scenery. Just driving is beautiful. The hills, the trees, the cows, everything.
Oh,
it's
the
so
cows.
nice.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, actually, there's a place in South Africa that we used to go to every now and again. That zebras would literally just zebras.
that's
Just all
beautiful.
Yeah, just walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just see them, take pictures of them. Like they're right across the road. I
Okay,
could
what
touch
do you
one
miss about
if I was
your
brave.
home country? What do you miss?
So I miss family, I miss, I have just my husband here and my brother-in-law. So I miss my family, my extended family. It's fun, when you can take the kids to your grandparents' home and leave them for like a month. I'm like, okay, you guys bond with your grandparents. I miss that, so I don't take those for granted. If you have your parents here, don't take it for granted. You should be happy. So I miss that a lot.
That's one thing my kids miss. Like they're always like, they miss their cousins coming over. I mean, every long weekend, midterm breaks, either their cousins come over or they go over or everybody meets at grandma's house. So that's a huge one.
I actually miss having someone to help me do so many things in my house.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel you on that too.
Childcare here is very expensive.
That's true.
Nanny, very expensive. You literally don't have someone that comes in to sweep your house for you. But in Nigeria, you can.
Yeah.
I miss all that.
And that reminds me, I followed this influencer on Instagram, and she was in America for like 6 months, and she said, look, mothers abroad, you guys are the superheroes.
Yes, we are.
I don't know how you did it,
Yeah.
but 6 months with these kids was hell
In
for me.
Nigeria, you have like
How did you do it?
like caregivers for your kids and still have a cook.
Yes.
And still have someone who comes to sweep. Still have someone who washes your clothes, even when there's a washing machine. Yes, you do. I miss
do
all
that.
of that. Yes, I do. I miss all of that.
You have somebody to wash your clothes even though you have a washing machine?
Yes. Someone
Because
has
you
to.
have
Someone
life.
has to iron the clothes too. So
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
Okay,
You pay a lot
guys.
of people,
I think
so-
we've come to the end of today's session. I really had fun. I hope everyone had fun as we did over here. Please follow us on our social media platform. Let us know your view on today's discussion. We really want to hear from you. Stay safe. Take good care of yourself. See you on the next episode of Another View. Bye-bye.
Bye.